It's story time on the Baseball Brewhaha. Let's talk about it. Folks, thanks for joining us on the Baseball Brewhaha. It's the Christmas season. I've got the Christmas stuff up behind me. The trees are up. We talked about it last week, and we opened some cards. We kind of more just gave you an intro of what we were doing. And today we've got stories to tell. So, Adam, what are we doing?
Well, just like when you open a gift, you open a pack of cards, don't really know what's inside. And it's a pretty fun little gift. And we decided to celebrate a little early. We each opened 5 packs, random packs, different years, different companies, and we're going to show you some of the highlights. So, Aaron, what's the highlight?
Okay. Yeah. So
Sure.
the first one for me, I'm going Leaf 91, and I went Greg Briley. Okay, I had a couple better players, but the reason I went Greg Briley is you look how Greg Briley is bunting. This was common for the time period. That top hand in particular, how those fingers are getting a little wrapped around that bat. Adam, do you know where I'm going with this?
Yeah, you attempted a bunt like this and smashed your fingers.
Yes, we were in Montana visiting family, and we were playing baseball with the cousins. And I had my bat, holding my bat like that, and I took a pitch right in the finger. All right, Adam, what story do you want to serve up for us first?
One of my packs was 1992. A fun one because it's nostalgic, but not as fun in that there's not a lot of excitement to it. Check out this Rich. Is it Gedman? Gedman?
Sure. Yeah,
Gedman.
go for it.
And what sticks out to me for this one, look at that umpire.
Yeah,
Doubled over.
What is happening with the umpire? Oh,
There's
that's hilarious.
there's a story. There's a
Mhm.
story. Drop it in the comments. What's the story?
Yeah,
Happened in 92, Rich Gedman.
best story wins applause. Okay. My next story, Stadium Club 92. It's Pete O'Brien. Now, that card's not all that exciting. Story goes, Adam and I were probably 6, 7, 8, somewhere in that range. We drove. Well, we didn't drive. Dad drove the entirety of the 6 hours with the small children in the car to get to the game, to get seats in right field, right down the right field line. And somewhere around the fourth inning, some child decides it's time to go. And so we drive home. And as we're listening to the game on the radio, Pete O'Brien hits a home run right in the neighborhood of where we were sitting. Now, was it the exact seats? There's no way to know. But it was in the vicinity. Could have caught our first ever home run ball at a game, but alas, it was time to go drive the 6 hours back to Eastern Washington.
You've got some great stories with these cards, Aaron, and I'm noticing the Mariners bias here. All right, Aaron. Well, for my next gift, I open a little pack of Topps 2024, and I always find these home run challenge cards kind of interesting, kind of hokey. Coronado is also probably the best player I got pack. And I've never participated in the home run challenge because I have this like feeling that it ruins the card as a
Hmm.
card. So I don't want to scratch it off.
So I've looked at those cards, but I've never done it myself either. What does it give you? What happens if you scratch the card? What does it give you?
So you pick a date that you think the player is going to uh, hit a home run, and
Mhm.
then you scratch off this code. Then you enter the code as your like entry, and then if they hit a home run on that date, you win
Mhm.
some kind of prize. If they hit a home run over 425 feet, you get an extra special prize.
All right, my next one here is from Score 91, Daryl Strawberry Master Blaster. Now, this one's a little different. I go in and out of doing some writing, and I wrote about Daryl Strawberry 91 score actually some time ago. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to read that, and if somebody likes that, then so be it. So I'm going to read my writing. It's called Family Resemblance. Okay. Daryl looks exactly like my cousin, whom I've met maybe one time. Well, I mean, his appearance is very different, skin tone, build, and height for starters, but the way with the eyes on the back of Daryl Strawberry's 91 scorecard has to be the way a teenager feels at a family reunion when the rest of the kids are under the age of 7. And you're right, he doesn't look like him, but you can see the resemblance. Daryl was literally head and shoulders above everyone else at 6'6". He was also a superstar. His left-handed swing was so beautiful and powerful, and wow, was he good at baseball. My cousin didn't play baseball professionally, but he might as well have, from my perspective as a youngster, and there's no question he was super tall. You're probably right. There's not much of a resemblance, actually. I suppose it's fair to say Daryl reminds me of him. As much life as he lived and how well I know the family he was a part of and their history, I knew almost nothing of him. I suppose I would have wanted to know him more, and who knows, maybe he and Daryl would come to resemble each other over time. And even if not, at one time, they both lived in New York.
It's a fun little piece. Master Blaster Daryl Strawberry.
Yeah, indeed. All right, what do you got next?
Next, I broke out some Studio 92 going for the fancy poses. We're going none other than Barry Bonds.
Mm-hmm. Great, good card.
That's about all I got to say about that one.
Yeah.
Just a fun little card.
My next one, 1990 Upper Deck, Julio Franco. Um, his stance says it all. One of the iconic stances in baseball history, Julio Franco.
I'm the photography. We're going to Hall of Famer Roberto Alomar, turning the double play. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Poetry in
That's
motion. Poetry in motion.
it's a fantastic shot right there. My last one, my last set was Score 89. I was hoping to pull me a Griffey, but I got a Bo Jackson, and Bo Jackson was an absolute stud in the late 80s. I was looking at the back of this card. I don't know if you can see it or not, but the writing, everything, his picture, the logo is all sorts of blurry and all you can't even read it. But you got Bo Jackson.
Bo Jackson, what a great poll. And for my final one, I've got the highlight of my 5 packs that I pulled as well. We went 1995 Pinnacle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going through and I get none other than Alex Rodriguez rookie card.
I mean, that
As
would
a
have been a
young
money
Mariners
pull.
fan.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
yeah, big time back in the day. You got A-Rod, you got Griffey. Those are the 2 big pulls back when we were kids.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, well, that's going to wrap it up for this week. Just a little taste of what we're diving into. And as you can see, for us, the baseball cards, like it's fun to pull, the best players and get all the fancy cards. But there's so many stories that are just embedded in these players, in the stances, and what it brings back to mind. We love sharing those stories with you and with each other. If you've got stories, drop them in the comments. Let us know. We'd love to hear your stories. Thanks for hanging with us.